I got the recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but hey, this is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Company definitely show your trajectory. This ain't a diss cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, red like a speeder.
With all the interest and special interests involved in the presidential elections, how is that not a good possibility? There's billions of dollars spent on elections every single year, and you're saying it's possible it might snow today.
Tell Alex Jones I said hi, and you guys keep...
I don't work for Alex Jones. Well, there you have it, guys. There's another plant trying to pretend like he used to be for Trump.
Show me the chicken, I'm frying it. Show me the dough and I'm prying it. Ain't never lacking it, so when I'm packing, he taking it, he magnifying it. They say you ain't bout it.
Come out here, there's one way out.
You proper education under every president. Ain't no president saved America yet.
Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers. I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it.
Lying two-faced bitch.
Why is the GOP always on the defense, never on the offense? What's the deal with that?
Never want to hold anybody accountable.
See, we are here now, guys, with this absolute clown show. This is the best that they could come up with.
The raps ain't no regrets. I do too much.
Fannie
Me if you say
Willis.
calling the place and I do what he want. This ain't a front. Glory to God. It's what you could do with a mustard seed. It's what you could do when you start to believe. Take fear and you cast it instead of
Who are you with?
100% out of me.
Yeah. Is that conduct professional?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Right,
I don't know who your boss is because you won't tell me who you're with.
He made me first cause I know that I ain't got time for no thing in the past. Learn from it first and then I react. Hands off me, don't hold me.
Getting closer to Trump getting here. I don't know exactly what's going on. As far as I know, he's not supposed to be here till like 5 o'clock. It's noon. It's right afternoon right now. So maybe they're just making sure they're prepared. I don't know if there's any big demonstrations that are supposed to happen. Laura Loomer was here earlier. She's going to be here later. I spoke with Laura. We got some footage, doing some collaborations with her. And everything's kind of in a lull right now. Everything's kind of dying down. But once it gets closer to 5, 6 o'clock, I think the demonstrations, I think the public is going to be coming out in droves. So we have the city of Atlanta Fire Department filling the barricades with water right now. I don't know what this means. I don't know if they've been moved. I don't know if people have been pushing them out of the way. From what I've seen so far, though, the barricades have pretty much remained in the same spot. So I don't know why they're reinforcing them, filling them with water. Maybe something's going to happen. I don't know. But you never know. You can never be too careful in these types of situations. We're going to stick around and find out what's going on here because this is just kind of interesting. Let's go this way. Let's walk this way for a second, guys. Hey, excuse me, sir. Why have you guys just showed up now to fill these barricades with water? Who asked you to come fill them with water?
We just got an order from at the top and just here filling the barrels.
Is it because people have been moving the barricades, or what has happened? Because I've been here for the past 3 hours. I haven't seen one barricade being moved.
Still we're told.
Okay. I mean, that's fair enough. I was just kind of fishing for information here. So this came from up top. Was it from the police department or from the city officials?
I don't know.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So there you have it right there. The fire department right there saying that he got an order. They got an order from above, from up top. I asked him if it was a police department, the sheriff's department, or if it was from the city officials. He didn't know. He just said he's doing what he's told. But I haven't seen one of these barricades since they put them down be moved. So it's interesting that they're choosing right now to fill them with water. I wonder why that is. You mind if I do an interview with you real quick?
Who are you with?
I'm Woke Thoughts. I have a YouTube channel.
Right now, I got the rats on the clock, and it's costing me money, and I got to get the attention from the main.
So you got the rats on the clock. Are these the rats right here? What do they represent?
The Republicans against Trump. Rat.
Oh, okay. So you're insinuating that Trump himself is a rat?
Always.
Why do you think that? Why do you think Trump is a rat?
Because I know a rat when I see one. I grew up in New York in the School of Rats where he's from, but he graduated with a master's degree. I'm only a little mouse that got
Well, what do you have to substantiate that? Because you're making allegations here. You say you just know one when you say. Is it a gut feeling or what is it?
No allegations. The reality is what he did to the Central Park Five. Do you remember history? And what he did with his 7 bankruptcies and took all the money from the banks and then told the Mexicans, I'm not going to pay you.
Sir, you smell a little bit like weed right now. Are you high?
No.
You smell like you've been smoking weed.
No.
I get it. We all smoke weed every now and then.
No. No.
It's just interesting that you come and smoke weed at Donald Trump's arrest.
No.
Yeah, very professional of you.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a Republican voter?
I'm more so independent. I'm not really all that into like the politics and stuff like that. Yeah, you can do that.
Thank you.
You have to know what the. Listen, if any politicians are watching this right now, they got to know what we want.
Is it hot in that suit?
Oh yeah, man.
It's hot in that suit. Okay. What? I mean, it's hot, and I'm having a short sleeve shirt on. Why did you come out here today? Are you? I'm assuming you're hired.
I'm just out here to get the job done.
You're out here. What job is that? To expose, to spread the word that Trump is a rat.
Spreading the word of what is on this poster right here.
Now, are you doing it just to get the job done, or do you actually believe in what the poster says?
There's too many questions.
Okay, I'll ask one at a time. Do you believe what the poster says and stands for?
Orange.
Orange, okay. Trump is orange. He wears that makeup. It's kind of funny. I agree, but we all like oranges, though, right? I like oranges. Do you like oranges? Yeah, we all love oranges, but some people just won't say it.
I like these colors right
You like those colors? Yeah. I like colors as well. All right, guys, thank you. Thanks for being good sports. You guys have a good one.
Easy, man.
Yeah, you too. With Unwoke Thoughts, what's your name?
You're with whom?
I'm with Unwoke Thoughts. We're a small name YouTube channel on our YouTube. Yeah, so
Unwoke Thoughts.
Unwoke Thoughts. How do you like that? You like that name?
I'm pretty unwoke. Yeah.
You're pretty unwoke. Okay.
Yeah.
I see that you have a shirt on. I just noticed it. No, he lost, and you're in a cult.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing that shirt today?
Well, it's kind of self-explanatory, isn't it? I mean, Trump said he loved the poorly educated, and just look right up here on the street. You got a bunch of folks who probably have a room temperature IQ on a cooler day than today. But yeah, I just wanted to come out and watch the cult for a few minutes on the day their Cheeto Jesus is put in jail where he belongs.
Well, what do you say to some of the people who say that? Listen, they went after him for 3 years for Russia. There was nothing there. They went after him really hard. They tried to impeach him, and this is a repeat of Russia, because you got to admit that was pretty crazy, them going after him like that. What was the point of that? So it kind of throws a lot of this into question, don't you think?
No, it doesn't call January 6th into question. It doesn't call the Mar-a-Lago documents into any question. And it doesn't call into question that the one time I voted for a Democrat in my life in 2020, these pieces of human filth tried to take my vote away. So yeah, I'm down here because I want that sociopath in jail where he belongs. I want him to die in prison.
They try to take your vote away. So
yeah.
if there was really election fraud, if there was really something,
there was election fraud.
No,
there was election fraud perpetrated by Trump and Cleta Mitchell and Mark Meadows and Lynn Wood and Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani. That was the election fraud. They were the ones who tried to steal an election.
If there really was an election fraud on the Democratic side, do you think it would be honorable for Trump to expose it, though?
Your question is from a flawed premise. There was no election. Where was the election fraud? You tell me. You've got these questions are just long, rambling statements with a question mark at the end. Where was the election fraud?
Well, I'm interviewing you. I don't have an opinion on that.
Oh, you don't?
I do have.
You might.
I do have my personal opinions on it.
Yeah.
What do you think about the fact that right before the election they had widespread mail-in voting just randomly? We've never had that in the history of elections.
Just randomly? Is that what you're saying? It was just random?
Well, they had a justification. They had a justification.
What was going on in 2020? What was going on in 2020?
COVID-19.
Oh, yeah, it was. And a lot of older voters. And here's something. Are you from Georgia?
No, I am not.
Okay, well, let me tell you what happened in Georgia. 33,000 Republicans did not cast a ballot for president and then voted straight ticket the whole way down. That's why Donald Trump lost by 12,000 votes. It wasn't fraud. It wasn't dead people. It wasn't any of these bullshit lies about back boxes of ballots and things like that. And handing thumb drives. Ask Rudy Giuliani about it. He was just here yesterday.
But you would have to. I mean, I feel like you would have to admit that having widespread mail-in voting would open the door for a lot of nefarious things that happen in the election. Correct?
Like in 2,000 Mules, the film by the convicted felon Dinesh D'Souza.
You're deflecting right now. I'm saying that that does open the door to a lot of election fraud that could potentially happen.
Do you have
correct?
Any proof of any?
I'm not making an allegation. I'm just saying it's possible.
So you're
correct?
just asking me to.
Why are you avoiding the question right now?
What's the question?
The question was the fact that there was mail-in voting, widespread mail-in voting, it happened, of course, during a pandemic. Okay, that was a justification for that. But you could understand people's hesitation when they see the widespread mail-in voting. There is an opportunity, more opportunity than not, to have more election fraud in that type of environment, correct?
I'll grant that it's a possibility, but there are states like Colorado who have done mail-in voting for 20 years.
It's a good possibility, correct?
No, I don't think
Why
so.
not? With all, well, let me ask you that. With all the interest and special interests involved in the presidential elections, how is that not a good possibility?
How can you point out that it is? I mean,
I just said with all the money involved in the election, how is that not a good possibility?
It's possible it might snow today. I don't think it's very likely.
Well, it's not possible that there's a lot of millions and billions of dollars involved in the election. It's a definitive fact, correct?
Which special interests are you talking about?
Go online. There's PACs.
Go on the internet.
There's PACs. There's super PACs. There's billions of dollars spent on elections every single year,
right.
And you're saying it's possible it might snow today. Like that is even close to the same of the equivalent.
I got to tell you, I went to law school, and I don't find any of your questions either probative or anything but speculative. If you're trying to get me to say, "Ooh, there might be election fraud," I mean, Trump said thousands of dead people voted in Georgia. You know what the number was? It was 2, and they both voted Republican.
Two dead people voted in the entire election.
Yes, in Georgia, yeah, that's what they were able to verify.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, hey.
Tell Alex Jones I said hi, and you guys keep.
I don't work for Alex Jones. Well, there you have it, guys. There's another plant trying to pretend like he used to be for Trump. He's not. He was never for Trump. He's out here trying to spread lies about everything, trying to say that we're all right-wing conspiracy theorists. He says I work for Alex Jones. I wish I worked for Alex Jones. Hey, Alex Jones, if you're watching this, if you have a job opening, I would love to work for you. How's it going? What's your name?
Michael the Black Man Blacks for Trump.
Michael the Black Man Blacks for Trump. We're here live with Michael the Black Man Blacks for Trump. Nice to meet you. My name's Andrew. I'm with the YouTube channel Unwoke Thoughts. What are you guys doing out here today?
We're out here to fight for Trump and fight for our freedom.
Okay.
My message to everybody who's doing all this wickedness stuff: give me liberty or give you death. And the media that are perpetrating all this wickedness, trying to make it look like Trump ain't got no supporters. You can see it's a lie, but they're blocking us off.
That's an absolutely incredible message. What do you say to the people that say that, or the news media, the mainstream media that say that Trump is a white supremacist? Is Trump a white supremacist?
Fannie Willis.
I recognize you. I love your rap video. No.
Fannie Willis is a human racist. When I say human racist,
you're talking about the judge, correct?
No, the DA for
the DA. Sorry, my bad.
Her and the judge, they are human racists. When I say human, I mean people of hue. The black man and the white European Gentiles, we have hue.
Correct.
So we are human.
Okay, so you're human. I blistered to death too. I'm really, really white.
Yeah, but you suntan too, don't you?
A little bit. I mean, it kind of depends. It kind of depends.
Guess what? If you are a Canaanite, you cannot suntan.
I don't know if I'm a Canaanite or not.
But if you are, repent and you can be saved.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think they're trying to do with this with arresting Trump? Why are they trying to
stop Trump from becoming president, which he's going to become anyway, and then we're going to put them in jail for treason. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think that they're going to try to take him off the ballot?
They can't take him off the ballot because
do you think they're going to try?
No. The way they're trying to do it is they're trying to do it right now.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
the only way they got.
Awesome. Well, it was good talking to you. Big fan. What are you out here doing today?
Everybody in America should be doing. We need Donald Trump back, right?
Do you think that there's any representation of true conservative values within the GOP today, other than, of course, Trump?
I mean, there's some young people coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like Vivek. I know he has some back history I don't read too much about, but I like that he's staying true to Trump and supporting Trump. DeSantis was a great governor. He completely flipped on us, changed. We saw last night, I think he did the worst in the debate out of anybody there. But, I mean, this is what they want to do. They're worried about Donald Trump getting back on the ballot, getting back in the White House, making America great again, right? So if Donald Trump doesn't go to jail, who goes to jail? They go to jail.
They go to jail.
So it's getting serious now because they thought after, Trump lost, You know, they got him out of there. We all think it was rigged, obviously.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But after that, they thought it was over with. Like,
Now, why
he's
do
gonna
you
go back to his regular life? But it's getting hotter. He's coming back now, so they're getting nervous.
why do you think the GOP, the Republicans, refuse to support Trump, except for Vivek Ramaswamy? I would say Ron DeSantis, but you saw him last night with the debate. He barely raised his hand. Why do you think the GOP is not supporting one of their own? Do you think it's just because they are cowards, or do you think there's some nefarious agenda at play?
They have no control. Trump and Vivek are the only ones they can't control. Vivek's a billionaire. He made, you know, some pharmaceutical money, whatever he has going on, which I don't really think is a great idea to put him in that spot. You know what I mean? He's like a Republican Barack Obama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's well talked, young. He got the the millennials following him. But I mean, besides Donald Trump, everybody else out there is bought and paid for.
Awesome.
Nobody
Hey, man.
out there's not bought and paid for.
Well, thanks for talking to us. Hey, big fan of your work, man. Yesterday, I mean, they couldn't stop talking about Trump. It was like every other question was about Trump. And then if you look at Twitter, and Tucker Carlson's interview with Trump, already it has almost 200 million views. That's 2/3 of the United States population almost watching the Trump interview. And I know a lot of people that watch the Trump interview before they even watch the GOP debates. So the GOP is dead. It's all about Trump right now.
Some would say this is a cult of personality thing. What would you say?
In a sense, yes, it is. But at the same time, I believe that this is more of a fight for the spirit of the United States. You know, I mean, Trump, he is a great personality. There is a cult personality aspect to that. But at the same time, it goes a lot deeper than that. It's about the government, the deep state, and how they're just kind of taking advantage of American people today. And Trump just brought that out and showed and exposed people to that reality. So yes, it's a lot about the cult of personality, but it's a lot deeper than that as well.
What's the secret sauce for that makes you guys like keep following him like one person?
Well, I mean, you watch any of Evan's video clips. I mean, he's, like you said, the cult of personality. He's great. I mean, he's got all these sound bites. He's hilarious. But then on a deeper level, he kind of brings forth a lot of deep, disturbing truths in kind of a palatable way. And I think that's something that really causes people to rally around Trump and keep following him.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. What are your cards?
I own a machine gun manufacturing company.
You own a machine gun manufacturing company.
That I do.
Okay, you mind if we talk to you for a
Absolutely.
second? Okay. So we are here with, and I'm assuming this is you right here?
That's me, Mammoth Arms.
Mammoth Arms LLC, and you're Tyler? Or
Taylor.
Taylor. Okay. Are you guys from here in Atlanta?
Just south of Atlanta.
And you own a machine gun manufacturing company.
Yes,
Tell us
sir.
about that.
Well, me and my friend always wanted to know a guy, and so after failing to find him, we just decided to become the guy.
So you are the guy. If we want a
we're the
machine
guy.
gun
We're the guy.
manufacturer.
We're the guy.
I know a guy. I love that shirt. So you're mainly out of the Georgia and Atlanta area, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But we ship internationally, do government contracts, the whole 9 yards. We're registered for every major retailer, so Glock, Smith & Wesson, SIG, but we also do our own custom stuff. So
Okay.
whatever you need, we got you.
So you guys came out specifically to the Trump protest because is this your demographic, I guess?
It's definitely not my demographic. I'm open to everybody.
Very politically correct answer.
I will sell guns to whoever's legally capable of receiving firearms. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are.
Understood. Now, what do you think about Trump being arrested today? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's very interesting from a personal standpoint. It's definitely historic. I mean, I don't think this has ever happened before.
It has never happened before.
Yeah.
Do you think it's concerning?
I definitely think it's concerning. Absolutely. Anytime any country arrests any sort of politician, it's very concerning.
But this is not just a politician. This is the president of the former president of the United States.
Absolutely.
And for years they went after him for the Russia thing, and that was shown to not be true. Do you think this is kind of a similar thing where they're just trying to go after him, trying to muddy up the waters, trying to get him off the ballot, possibly make it hard for him to run for president?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, Occam's razor. The simple answer is that that's true, right? The simple answer is that if you have somebody who's leading in the polls, he's got people all over the place. Even before he was campaigning, he had thousands of people coming to just see him talk. That's competition. But from both sides, everybody would prefer him to be gone to further their political career.
Do you think that the two parties, no one's going to win outside the two parties? The reason is because the two parties are so big, or do you think it's because what we saw, back in 2020, where there were some kind of sketchy things that seemed to be happening with the election? I'm not saying there was any election fraud or anything like that, but there's some sketchy stuff going on. Do you think What do you think it has anything to do with that, or do you think it's just because the two parties are too big?
I think it's because the two parties are too big. Eventually, that just is what happens with a democracy, a pure democracy or a republic. It eventually boils down to that. If it starts off with a dozen parties, eventually one of those parties gets less and less votes, and people just go, well, I kind of associate with this group, and that just gets boiled down to two parties.
The last question: do you think there's any hope for a true third party candidate right now, or any time in the near future?
I will say that I have hope for it, but no.
So for now, pretty much Trump is the closest thing we can get, kind of.
Right.
Awesome. Well, Taylor, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you talking to us. And then, guys, go check out Mammoth Arms, machine gun manufacturer. On this is your website, correct?
Yeah.
MammothArmsLLC.com.
Absolutely.
And appreciate you talking to me once again.
For sure.
How you doing, buddy?
Very good.
How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
What are you guys doing here tonight or today?
Oh, we're hanging out, waiting for the big man to show up.
Okay. What do you guys?
He runs a real circus. He always comes late.
What do you guys think of all this? Why do you think Trump is being arrested today?
Oh, for revenge and just nonsense.
Do you think that there's anything to this? These indictments? Nothing at all.
No, he was already charged with all this in the impeachment hearing, right?
What do you think about the Fulton County Sheriff coming out and saying that they're going to just treat him like any other criminal? Do you think we'll get a mugshot?
He's doing his job. The sheriff is just doing his. Law enforcement's got a job to do.
Did you guys watch Tucker Carlson's interview with Trump yesterday?
No, I didn't see it because I was watching them 8 other clowns to see what they were going to say.
It's more fun to watch a train wreck than to watch something else, right?
I'm gonna have to catch it tonight.
Hey, I watched it last night. It's very good. But hey, thanks for talking to me. I appreciate it. Hey, you guys stay safe, okay?
Stay safe.
Thank you. My name's Andrew. I'm with the YouTube channel Unwoke Thoughts. Okay. And you guys said you guys are from New Orleans?
Just outside of New Orleans.
And what's your name, sir?
I'm Pastor Vaughn.
Pastor Vaughn, and I'm looking at your T-shirt right now. Patriotic Family Retreat, the Feast of Tabernacles. Is that a church?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir. And what are you guys doing out here today?
We came to support our president.
Amen. Okay. What do you think about the arrest and what's going on? What do you think about that?
Travesty.
Absolute travesty. Why do you think they're arresting him today? What do you think? Do you think there's some deeper meaning to that? What do you think that they're trying to accomplish?
They just want to disgrace because they'll never convict because he's not convicted till the Supreme Court says so. So he'll never be convicted. If he can be disgraced, that's their attempt. To put him in the filthiest of prisons, in a filthy holding cell, to put ink on his finger, to take his mugshot. It's all theatrics.
Theatrics to what end though? What are they trying to accomplish?
Disgrace.
Just trying to discredit him. Okay. And what do you think he did to justify that? Not to justify that disgrace, but to elicit that kind of reaction from the left and the Democratic Party.
It's the same way as the Salem witch trials. What did those girls do? There was fear. There was no evidence. It was fear. And this is driven by fear of Donald Trump. If you can't get rid of Trump one way, you get rid of him with lawfare. And that's what they're doing here, just to get rid of Trump. As a matter of fact, I know that's a fact because listening to CNN, one of their main commentators said if he would have done like Nixon and just disappeared. See, they never charged Nixon because he disappeared.
I completely agree with you. Now, did you watch? I mean, you follow the politics and all that. Were you able to catch the presidential debates last night in Milwaukee?
I caught the only one that mattered, Donald Trump.
You caught Donald Trump. Okay, I caught both of them. I watched the Milwaukee one.
I call it the vice presidential debate.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess I'll ask this. I was going to ask another question. Who stood out to you for vice president, maybe in that lineup of people?
They all stood out as traitors to me.
Even Vivek Ramaswamy?
Oh, he's a serpent.
Oh, he's a serpent, you believe?
He's against Israel. He worships a Hindu god.
Okay.
And we are a Judeo-Christian nation, always have been, always will be.
Now that was going to be my other question. Why do you think like all of the GOP right now, except for a couple, it was Vivek and a little bit of Ron DeSantis, they were the only standouts.
True.
None of them are supporting really Trump, or none of them are speaking out against this arrest, these indictments. Why do you think that is? And it's a two-part question. Do you think that there's any representation of true conservative values in the Republican Party and the GOP today?
not true conservative values. The GOP has become a breadbasket. And Donald Trump, when he came, he basically called out the true conservatives. And so basically, Donald Trump, I'll tell everybody, is a third party president. It's a party within a party. It's just like the Christian church. You have general Christianity, and then you have sold out Christianity.
You're charismatic, yeah.
You said
I'm
it,
a
not
pastor.
me.
I'm a
You said
pastor's
it,
kid
not me.
myself, actually.
All right,
So
well,
yeah,
good to
yeah,
meet you.
yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate the interview,
God
man.
bless you.
Stay safe and good luck.
Keep doing
Thank you.
what you're doing.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You guys have a good one. First of all, my name's Andrew. I'm with Unwoke Thoughts. We're a YouTube channel, a small YouTube channel, and we're just out here covering the Trump arrest. What's your name?
My name is Sohail.
Sohail?
Yes.
Am I saying that correctly? Okay, and you guys are with?
Al Ghad Television.
Obviously, trust is really low right now. Just within, I mean, I don't know if you live in DC. You said, or you're based out of DC. Obviously, trust is really low for the media, and just between groups. Can you kind of see how? I mean, you said that you don't like someone else making false allegations about something that you feel is dear to you, because obviously you have a religious connection to Islam, right?
Yeah.
To Islam. Could you kind of see how a lot of these people, the people that showed up here today, could you see how they kind of see, like some of these mainstream media companies like CNN, CBS, how the stuff that they are talking about Trump, how it's unsubstantiated and it is.
And listen. For me, I am, I'm just like reporting facts with no embellishments. I don't give my opinion on what's happening. I'm just saying, he arrived at this time, he left at this time, and that's what I'm reporting. I'm not saying anything, that...
By the way, do we have a time when he's supposed to arrive? I heard 5, I heard 8.
Actually, apparently he will be leaving New Jersey between 3 and 4. So most likely he will be here between 6 and 7.
Okay. So it's just going to be a lot of standing out in the heat. Eh?
So basically, I'm just going to be reporting facts. I'm not going to have an opinion on what's going on. And
but what is your opinion on companies like CNN though? Like,
I am impressed with their tenacity. Actually, I'm impressed with their, they move from one place to another, and.
Are you impressed with their ability to tell the truth though?
I'm impressed with their how much they they pay out of pocket to go from one place to another to show their support. I'm very impressed with that.
CNN?
Sorry?
With CNN?
No, I'm talking about Trump supporters.
Oh, I thought I was talking about CNN.
No, I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm so impressed with their with their ability of traveling from one place to another out of pocket to support Donald Trump. So I find that impressive.
So I mean, I find it to be kind of a symptom of Donald Trump kind of striking a deeper chord within the United States, because he's completely different than any other candidate out there. He struck this chord. I am from Michigan myself.
Okay.
I am from Michigan myself. Yeah. But yeah, I find it impressive, like you said, that he has struck a chord with the American people, and they're able to come out like this in support of him. But I just think it goes to show that all these attacks on him, in my opinion, are a little bit heavy-handed, and they shouldn't be happening.
Well, it's very unprecedented. What we are. What?
Can I talk to you real quick?
Sorry, I don't do it. I will.
You will? Okay. My name is Andrew. I'm with Unwoke Thoughts. I have a YouTube channel. Okay, are you America First? Hey, I'm a small YouTube channel. You can come do an interview. What's your name? I recognize you.
My name's
Will. Okay. So you have the American First hat on, and we all know what that means. Are you a supporter? Well, that doesn't mean anything. Laura Loomer's Jewish. I was talking to her earlier. What do you guys out here doing today?
We're just here. We're here to support Donald Trump. I mean, they totally threw the book at this guy. And,
yeah.
I mean, he's a former head of state. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing that as a country, it's gotten to this point.
Yeah, it seems a little bit politically motivated, eh?
A little?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's more than a little bit politically motivated.
No, I mean, I agree.
Yeah,
I was being very gracious right there. Yeah, what do you think? So this is something interesting. Did you watch the GOP debate last night?
Yeah, I did. It was a very embarrassing display from all of the people who were involved. I mean, you look at all those people on stage, and none of them even have a chance of becoming president. None of them are probably going to be the vice president. Maybe Vivek. But
that's what I was thinking too. There's a possibility Vivek maybe could do it. Do you think? I mean, You have the America First hat on. I know what that stands for. I don't know a lot of people here know what that stands for. Probably a lot of people do. But do you think that there are any true representation in the GOP right now for true conservative values at all? Other than Trump, and we all know there's a difference between the Republican Party and Trump.
You know, I look at the GOP, and the Senate is just full of rats. It's full of dogs. I mean, these people hate this country, and they hate the people who live here, and that's being nice, okay?
Very
Really,
few representations.
Very few.
Now, what do you think? What do you think about the fact that yesterday at the debate, when they asked about Donald Trump, all of the candidates refused to really go after or criticize the fact that he's being arrested, other than Vivek Ramaswamy, and then you saw Ron DeSantis like half raise his hand. What do you think about the state of the GOP, the state of the Republican Party, when they won't even go on the offense to defend one of their own? What do you think about that?
The Republican Party is rotten to the core. I mean, they don't see Trump as one of their own. He's an outsider. That's the main issue with Trump, is that he is not part of the political establishment. He's trying to tear it down, or at least he tried to tear it down when he ran for office in 2016, and then ultimately when he got into office, his cabinet was full of snakes and people who backstabbed him at every step of the way.
Do you think he learned his lesson, or do you think he's going to be a repeat if he gets in the office again?
I pray he learned his lesson, but I haven't seen this Tucker interview, but from what I've heard from it, it sounds like it's very disappointing.
It's kind of wishy-washy.
Yeah, we need a fiery, angry Trump, a vengeful Trump to come into office and, you know, metaphorically burn everything. Okay?
Yeah, say metaphorically. Yeah, I agree.
We can't have any of this left over.
Yeah.
We have to kick out all of the bureaucrats. They have to put in new bureaucrats. And it's got to be 100 years of Trump.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Until he dies, it's gonna be 100
Wonder where
years
that
of
quote
Trump.
came from.
I don't know. I don't know where that
No,
came from.
I don't know either. Who knows? 100 years of Trump.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, last little comment here. You hear a lot of the same rhetoric coming from Vivek Ramaswamy, and he seems to be saying a lot of the things that America First is kind of vocalizing. Now, it seems a little bit sus in a way, because he's hitting on all of these very important cultural points, all these specific kind of nuanced details that, you know, we've all been thinking about for years. Do you find that suspicious, or do you think he just has his ear to the ground and knows kind of what is going on within deeper America?
I don't know. Well, I see sort of something similar in Andrew Yang as I do in Vivek Ramaswamy. I mean, they both were sort of like these blip in the camera, like cultural flashes, and then immediately they just like died out because they lost their steam, they lost their momentum. The same thing's going to happen to Vivek, but it seems like now they're trying it from the Republican side instead of from the Democrat side. But now they're running him as a Republican, and maybe he can gain a little bit more steam. You know, honestly, I don't see it happening. I mean, what he's pushing for is untenable in the current system, and he's trying to work within the current system.
So he called out Ukraine. There's a lot of things I like about Vivek too, but I don't know. You just don't know until you know. You know what I mean? And Donald Trump, he goes out there and he, you know, does his thing, and we all know Donald Trump. Last question though: do you think there's any hope for Ron DeSantis? Because I'll be honest, myself personally, I was kind of excited about him like 2 years ago. I was like, man, this guy might be the one. And then he starts running his campaign. I'm just like, this is totally cringe. What do you think about Ron DeSantis?
Yeah, I mean, from the disastrous Twitter Space campaign launch from changing his name to Ron DeSantis from Ron DeSantis. I don't know. It's a little bit embarrassing. It's like secondhand embarrassment when I look at this man.
But at least he supports Israel, right? That's the real true cause here. That's the most important thing.
Support of Israel. This is completely unironic. I take this with any
no vitriol here.
Yeah,
at least
there's no vitriol. We love everybody. You know, Ron DeSantis is he's a total hack. He threw Donald Trump under the bus when he got him his place in the governor's office in Florida.
I think he's starting to kind of like roll that back a little bit because he's realizing how firm the Trump base is. Because you saw at the debates yesterday, you know, he was a little bit trying to support Trump a little bit because he knows if he goes against that base of Trump, he's completely screwed, and that's what's going on. But hey, man, I appreciate the interview. Thanks for talking with us. Stay safe and take it easy, okay? It's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
When is Kevin McCarthy going to endorse President Trump?
All right, guys, we got Marjorie Taylor Greene right here. Obviously, you can see she is absolutely surrounded by cameras everywhere.
When is Kevin McCarthy going to endorse President Trump?
conspiracy are the Democrats who are conspiring from the federal level with the state DAs to be basically the Democrat campaign arm to take down President Trump. But it's not going to work. And here's the real issue of this election. While we have a president that's in the White House right now who has spent 50 years in Washington becoming a filthy rich American through abusing his power, Hunter Biden and all of their Biden family crimes selling out the American people, that same president has brought nearly $4 a gallon gas to the American people.
What do you think about Mike Pence, Mrs. Green? Mrs. Green, what do you think about Mike Pence? Mike Pence. Yes, ma'am.
I want President Trump.
So I'll be over there. All right, we perfect.
So we just saw Marjorie Taylor Greene giving her talk and her take on what is going on with this Trump arrest. And she's still over here. You can see this is where everyone's crowded around. We were able to get up nice and close to hear what she was talking about. I would like to hear what she has to say about the Republican Party, not really going on the offense when it comes to a lot of these unprecedented things that are happening. It's like one after another, and the Republican Party seems to be like they're kind of not doing much about it. They send a lot of strongly worded tweets. They tweet out like Marjorie Taylor Greene does. They send a lot of strongly worded messages and letters, but that's really about as far as it goes. I'd like to see how much more they're doing right now. Sorry?
Republicans need to get some oomph. I don't know what
I agree. I think that's what most people think, because the Democratic Party has it all. They have all the oomph. They're going after us. But when it comes to the Republican Party, what are we doing? We're always on the defense. You know what I mean?
Because I think half of them are as crooked as the Democrats.
I agree. It's the unit party, and that's the whole concept behind the unit party. And I think that's why a lot of people are frustrated, because we really don't see anything happening.
Well, rumors going on.
What's going on? Oh, yeah. Of course she is. Of course.
I should have gone and said
Yeah, just pass. And if you get stopped.
Okay, Marjorie, listen to Laura Loomer.
All day.
Talk to Laura Loomer.
Came from Milwaukee. She was at the debate.
You don't need to be at the debate.
Every day.
Oh, get a fucking violin. You're breaking my heart.
No one wanted to watch the Fox News debate.
Marjorie, where is Laura Loomer?
When is Kevin McCarthy going to endorse President Trump?
Ron DeSatan, suck it.
When is your campaign manager Isaiah Wharton going to be
Laura's the only
accountable
real
for
reporter
purchasing the
here.
24 domain and setting Trump up at Mar-a-Lago? Your campaign manager paid for the domain, the A24. He stands by Kevin McCarthy while Kevin McCarthy does nothing but tweet. When is Kevin McCarthy going to actually take a stand against the weaponization of government?
Marjorie.
She protects Kevin McCarthy, who refuses to endorse Donald Trump.
Marjorie.
Why hasn't Kevin McCarthy endorsed Donald Trump?
Okay, give room now. Yeah, everybody back up. If everybody goes 1 foot back, nobody gets hurt. Everybody going back. Come on. All right. Let me get you right back.
Why is that, Martin?
What are you going to do more than tweet? You're really good at tweeting, Marjorie.
Against President Trump.
What are you going to do upside down to her?
We're the January 6th.
We need our Republicans to vote for it. And so what I'm hoping to see happen when we get back to Washington.
Marjorie Taylor Greene's on her knees.
As a matter of fact, I've been telling
Blowing
everyone,
Kevin
I'm
McCarthy.
not going to vote for
She's on her knees
another
blowing Kevin
CR,
McCarthy
another
every single day. When is he going to
I'm
endorse
not
Donald
going
Trump?
to
When?
voting
I don't care. You know what's
George Corella gay?
I asked them, what is the talk like on the ground? I don't live in Atlanta. What are
Any words for the youth, Marjorie?
Stay home. Go to the next indictment or stay home. How much are you paying Milo Yiannopoulos?
What happened to Jewish gay pedophiles right in Indianapolis?
Marjorie, when is Kevin McCarthy going to endorse President Trump? When is Kevin McCarthy, your best friend in Congress, going to endorse President Trump, Marjorie? You lied about releasing the January 6th tapes, Marjorie. Told everybody on Twitter not to come today, Marjorie. Why is that? Come on, Marjorie. Everybody told people last week not to show up.
Bet Milo's waiting in the van.
When is Kevin McCarthy going to endorse President Trump? You lying two-faced bitch. That's what you are, Marjorie.
You're a liar.
Don't tell Kevin McCarthy to endorse President Trump. You're a liar. You sold out to the Uniparty, Marjorie. You sold out to the Uniparty.
Well, there we have it, guys. Marjorie gave a couple statements, kind of said some basic things about Trump coming out here, being arrested, kind of gave everyone the talk, and then just walked out and left. Never really said anything about the fact that the GOP is really doing nothing. They're not on the offense. They're constantly on the defense. They're not really doing anything of substance. It's always just wordplay and tweets and strongly worded letters. But that's all we can expect from the GOP these days, and we need to change that as soon as possible.
Marjorie lied about releasing the January 6th footage. We have political prisoners rotting in a jail cell right now because she lied on Fox News and said that she released the tapes. There's people that are suffering because of her lies. When is anybody going to hold her accountable? She tweeted last week telling people not to even show up and support President Trump today.
Why is the GOP always on the defense, never on the offense? What's the deal with that?
Never going to hold anybody accountable, and that's why we're in this mess today. That's what created this situation to allow for the DOJ and all of these corrupt state and federal officials like Fani Willis and Merrick Garland to come after President Trump. That's what's happened. Fecklessness and these pussies in the GOP is.
Do you think they're just cowards, or is there more of a nefarious agenda going on?
We already know that the Republican Party, they've done nothing after the stolen election. No lawsuits. They haven't filed any lawsuits to address the voter fraud. No lawsuits to address the deplatforming of President Donald Trump. What are they doing?
So yeah, what are we supposed to do when the Democrats are constantly breaking rules?
Why are we supposed to listen to a woman who lies and tells us that we're going to have these J6 footage tapes released? She hasn't released the tapes. She lied. Okay, why is she so supportive of a Speaker of the House who disavowed President Trump after January 6th and has not endorsed President Trump? Kevin McCarthy has not endorsed President Trump.
Absolutely, I know. And why is it acceptable for the Democrats to break the rules, and we're constantly saying, oh, they shouldn't break the rules, they shouldn't break the rules, and we're supposed to fight them with what, rules?
Well, why is it that everybody just wants to fawn over Marjorie instead of actually holding her accountable? Her own tweet, if you go and pull up her tweet this last week, she told people, don't go to the Fulton County Jail, we'll show up at the ballot box. She's trying to suppress support for President Trump, and then after she got called out today, including by the state representative from Georgia, Colton Moore, who I interviewed Colton today. He's the only Republican legislator who is calling for a special session so that they can try to fire this corrupt district attorney under the new legislation that Brian Kemp signed, which allows the governor of Georgia to remove corrupt district attorneys. And yet, when I asked Colton, hey, has Marjorie Taylor Greene, a very well-known member of Congress from Georgia, offered to help you? He said, oh, well, she's not really helping. She said, good job, but that's it.
Is she just farming votes from Trump, or what's going on here?
Well, it's a good question. I want to know, what is she doing? Because it seems like she's just subversive. What is she doing?
Seems like she's sold out. I don't know.
Did you know, a lot of people don't know this, the infamous Mar-a-Lago dinner, right? The one that everyone likes to attack President Trump over with Kanye West.
Him who showed
Her campaign manager, Isaiah Wortman in Georgia, used her campaign funds, if you look at the FEC records, to purchase the Yay 24 domain the same day of the dinner. She set Trump up.
And I heard people saying that something about Milo Yiannopoulos living in her house. Is that true?
Yeah, working with her in her congressional office and then going to the media and using these campaign funds to set Trump up at Mar-a-Lago.
Who is this Milo guy? Is he really a gay pedophile?
Well, he was dropped from he was dropped. Yes, exactly. He was dropped from speaking at CPAC because of his pedophile comments. Yes. And this is the thing, right? She has this guy working in her office, okay? He hates President Trump. He told the media that he wanted to make President Trump's life miserable the day of that dinner on November 25th at Mar-a-Lago. And yet this is the guy who's writing her speeches, who's doing her press releases for her, and her own campaign funds were used to set President Trump up. And she's protected by Kevin McCarthy, and nobody wants to talk about it.
Absolutely incredible.
Kevin McCarthy, when is he going to support President Trump and come out and endorse him? We saw the debate last night. Okay, it was basically an audition for who's going to be in Trump's administration when he wins. 200 million views on Tucker Carlson and climbing compared to Fox News's 3 million views. Why is she even at the Fox News debate? Who gives a shit about what Rupert Murdoch thinks? Read the discovery documents in the Dominion Fox News lawsuit, and you will see Rupert Murdoch directing his staff and his employees at Fox and the New York Post and the Wall Street Journal and HarperCollins Publishing, which he owns, by the way, to make Donald Trump a non-person. Who cares about this debate? You're enabling these rhino subversive cowards in the Republican Party who are just stealing valuable resources away from President Trump and legal efforts that could be used to combat a weaponized government. And she's complicit.
It sounds like Kevin is hedging his bets right now because he really doesn't know how this is going with the Trump
Well, he lied, and then he goes, oh, well, I don't want to have a GOP civil war. What are you talking about, a civil war? Donald Trump is up 60 points in the polls. Nobody gives a shit about Ron DeSanctimonious. He needs to get back to Florida and do his job as an absentee governor.
DeSanctimonious needs to fix my insurance.
What is he talking about when he says he doesn't want to start a GOP civil war? He condemned Donald Trump after January 6th.
The GOP is always the loser of any war, it seems like. We always say we got to follow the rules. What is that? The other side doesn't follow any rules.
It's called going along to get along. That's why Marjorie Trader Green, as I like to call her, Marjorie Trader Green campaigned on breaking up the establishment. Remember, she was doing all that hoorah-rah.
She was an anti-establishment
not supporting Kevin McCarthy, and now she's Kevin McCarthy's lapdog, okay? She's on her knees in Congress every day for Kevin McCarthy as his personal cheerleader. When he screws
I heard
us
there's
over,
a pillow under his desk.
He screws us
personally,
over every single day.
Right.
Yeah, maybe Marjorie Taylor Greene can use my Pillow code, Loomer at My Pillow, so that she can get herself a nice pillow for her knees to place under Kevin McCarthy's desk. How about that?
I think that sounds
That's what
good.
she needs. Yeah. I mean, I'm just sick of it, right? It's easy for people to come out and say that they support President Trump, but where was she today?
Well, she comes out, she talks about this and that, all these hot button issues, and that's all.
The Republicans control the House. Why are they not defunding? Why are they not defunding these law enforcement agencies? Why are they not doing more? All Kevin McCarthy does is post tweets online and then goes on Fox News to talk about it. When is he actually going to endorse President Trump and show that he's in solidarity against this weaponized government by doing the bravest thing possible, which would be to tell all the other candidates to drop out and to commit to endorsing President Trump?
Sounds like he's just towing the line.
She enables him. And we know that Kevin McCarthy, okay? We know that Kevin McCarthy has been instructing his donors in California to be having fundraisers for Ron DeSantis, where he's talking about how he doesn't support tariffs on China. This is what Marjorie Taylor Greene supports.
Absolutely.
And the media nobody wants to know why she's here after she publicly tweeted the other day, don't come. She said, don't show up.
Why would she say that? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why would she tweet not to come?
Exactly. If you're really a Trump supporter, why would you tweet it? Why would you tweet something like that if you really support President Trump?
Doesn't make any sense.
Because she doesn't. And she doesn't like being called out. You know, she likes to talk a lot of shit. She attacked me on Twitter, called me crazy, said I was mentally ill. And meanwhile, she's the one that runs from her lies. If you're going to talk shit about somebody on social media, actually talk to them and say it to their face. I'm out here. I organized this rally, okay? President Trump reposted the rally flyer that I designed. I've been out here
I saw it.
ass off every day for President Trump.
He didn't repost it, he retruthed it, okay?
And she what does she do? She comes here and then leaves? She's not even going to stay for when President Trump
she just likes the attention. That's what she likes.
Arrested. She loves the attention.
She
and
soaks
it's time
it up.
for people to realize
And then she divorced her husband, too?
After cheating on him.
Oh, okay.
But it's time for
She
everybody
cheated
to
on her
realize
husband,
it.
now she's cheating on the American people. It's
Well, look,
absolutely
if you're going
incredible.
to cheat on your family, nothing's going to stop you from cheating on your constituents.
Very true.
It's
Very
time
true.
for people to put up or shut up. No more tweets. No more talking a big talk. No more strongly worded letters. Where are the Republicans? Where the hell is Kevin McCarthy today? Every single Republican member of Congress, these people are on vacation right now. They're not even in session. They should all be here in front of the Fulton County Jail supporting President Trump.
Absolutely agreed. Well, guys, there you have it. That was Laura Loomer going on her epic rant about Marjorie Taylor Greene, who just came through here, basically just gave a bunch of small little talks to everyone, talking about Donald Trump. Nothing really more than that. Nothing really of substance, and then going on her way. It was very interesting stuff.
Summer bounce, let me squeeze out. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down. Oversized jumping with her underwear out. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around. No more summer bounce, let me squeeze out. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down. Oversized jumping with her underwear out. Like they're bringing anything to the table. Bro, I'm not your son, see I'm able. I do my own bits. Limited dissonance and missing classic shit. I know that you're feeling it. First time, I'm proud of my selfish decisions. Couple people did me dirty, but I'm clean. Ain't even mad proof, karma is a B.
Alright guys, so the night ended on kind of a disappointing note. Donald Trump came in through the east entrance over there, and he went out through the east entrance. We're at the west entrance, so it's very disappointing we're not able to see his motorcade, him coming through. Typically, they come in through the east entrance and exit through the west entrance. And that's where we were all gathered here. So unfortunately, we're not able to see his motorcade, but at the same time, it was a lot of fun to hang out with all these guys today.